think we're early.
Yeah, it looks like it. You want to hit up the punch bowl?
No. There's only one thing that I want to do. I just wanna dance with you. Let the whole world melt away and dance with you. Who cares what other people say? And when we're through, no one can convince us we were wrong. All it takes is you and me. And a song. I just wanna dance with you. Let the whole world melt away and I just wanna dance with you. One thing you've taught me is how much people enjoy a show, and so you've got me debating how this whole night should go. Kids will be watching to see who every guest is, and so my only request is build a prom for everyone, show them all it can be done if music blares and no one cares who your unruly heart loves. Build it now, make people see how the world could one day be. It might come true if we take a chance, but till that day comes, I say cue the drums, it's time to dance. I just wanna dance with you.
I just want to dance with you. And now we're dressed up. You are a vision in aqua blue.
It's time we fessed up. This year our prom queen will be you.
Maybe I'll wear a tiara when it's go time. Get ready, folks, 'cause it's showtime. Build a prom for everyone, show them all it can be done if music blares and no one cares who your unruly heart loves. Build it now, make people see how the world could one day be. It might come true if we take a chance, but till that day comes, I say cue the drums, it's time to dance.
This is more than I dared wish for. It's epic and what's more. Tonight there's room for anyone. So everyone on the floor, get on the floor.
everybody, and welcome to the season 2 finale of The Council, also known as the Blue Ribbons. Woohoo! I'm really excited. This is going to be really exciting. We have so many people here joining us live to present this award and these awards. I'm Yousef, and throughout the next hour and a half approximately, we will have our normal council hosts and some of the guests that we've had throughout presenting awards that you voted for, which is really exciting. 2020 was obviously a year, like no other. We had a pandemic, movie theaters closing, but movies kept going. Hollywood stayed alive, and with the help of streaming, Disney Plus, HBO Max, PVOD, all that, we got some really, really great movies. And it's time to award the best of film. So let's get started. Without further ado, let's start with the first award of the day. This is Best Supporting Actor. And presenting the award, we have our favorite little Irish boy. He stayed up past his bedtime. So everybody, please welcome Ben. Ooh, yay.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. I appreciate it so much, guys. I'm really tired here. It was my bedtime 10 hours ago, So I stayed up so that I could present to you all Best Supporting Actor, where the council nominated the actors who gave the best supporting performances in movies because they're the best supporting actors. The people who we nominated are absolutely amazing, and they definitely represent a lot of different types of roles that Hollywood currently has to offer. You have a campy villain, you have a revolutionary, just a campy guy who's not necessarily a villain. You got someone who is likely going to win because of some online stands. Screw you. And then a deaf man who did probably the best performance I've seen all year. So here are the nominees for Best Supporting Actor.
Robert Pattinson, Tenet.
Can't leave anything to chance.
But can we change things if we do it differently?
What's happened's happened. Which is an expression of faith in the mechanics of the world. It's not an excuse to do nothing.
Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami.
I was born by the river in a little tent.
Andrew Rannells, The Prom.
There's no way to separate which rules you can violate. Let's hope you don't masturbate, 'cause the scripture says we'll have to cut off your hands.
Paul Raci, Sound of Metal.
Religion plays no part in this, Ruben. The church helps people in need, not religious people. The important thing is that you want to stay here.
Yeah.
Lou, do you think Ruben needs help right now?
Ewan McGregor, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
They boil the heads of their enemies and they make these little fellas exquisite, aren't they? Look.
Look at his little ears. His little haircut.
Yeah, he's 1,000 years old and now he's just an ornament in my living room. Ooh, I love it.
Yeah?
And, ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Ribbon is awarded to Robert Pattinson in Tenet. I'm so sorry, Paul Raci.
Yay.
I am so sorry.
Robert Pattinson.
I'm so sorry.
He deserves it. I mean, come on.
He was amazing, yeah.
He
but
was
Paul
great.
Raci, bro. Paul Raci.
Andrew
Paul
Rannells.
Raci.
Okay, this was pretty fun because I have the breakdown
He was
here.
funny.
So obviously 69.6% of the votes went to Robert Pattinson, as expected. Second place was Leslie Odom Jr. And then last place, unfortunately, was Andrew Rannells. But I mean, Robert Pattinson.
Homophobes.
deserved it. Any other thoughts from council peeps?
Robert deserved it, I think.
Robert was very good.
Glad you got it.
I don't think 10 years ago we would have thought that Robert Pattinson would have turned his career around in a way that he has. And I think it's really impressive. And he's definitely grown a fan base outside of Twilight that should be commended. It definitely was a very important performance in Tenet that makes the film work as well as it does.
Oh, yeah.
Everything you all said, but at the same time, Paul Raci.
I agree with you, Ben.
Robert
Fine,
Pattinson is the
I'll
reason.
admit it. Robert Pattinson was good.
Yeah, we got the
I
tenant
agree.
figure on our side. Okay, it's because of Robert Pattinson that we got votes in the triple digits, which is incredible for us. So congratulations
What was the
to
total?
him.
What was the total of votes, Yousef?
Let's just say triple digits and leave it at that.
Okay,
Okay, now
Simon.
100.
the next award is going to be Best Animated Picture, and presenting that is going to be Jico. He's great. We love him so much. He birthed the greatest joke of the council, which is Natasha. So please welcome Jico. Yay!
It's Natalia. Okay.
Yes, it is.
We'll see Natasha in Black Widow not March. Oh, I wish it was March, May 7 or whatever. Okay, anyway. Speaking of animations were like first known for like just for children with simple storytelling. However, past a decade, long time ago, I mean, still right now animations are becoming much more technology advanced to the point where like you want to touch that screen or that animation character like Reyes coming in March that you want to touch it off your screen because look how real that animation is. So nowadays, animation films are starting to become like grand, epic adventure to compete with blockbuster films, cough, 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 Adventure Endgame, like stuff like that. And maybe a slight tier of Pixar film during your viewing. You can think Pixar with that, especially Disney. They're the ones that come up with that. Might be wrong, but that's animation nowadays. So here are the nominees for the animation films of the year. Most of them are sad. Okay, play it.
Soul, directed by Pete Docter. Over the Moon, directed by Glenn Keane. Scoob, directed by Tony Servan. Onward, directed by Dan Scanlon. Wolfwalkers, directed by Tom Moore and Ross Stewart.
Okay, the winner is, of course, not a surprise, Soul. Because Soul took all of our souls. Yay!
Yes. Thoughts?
Hell yeah.
No,
Well-deserved
Over
win.
the Moon was robbed.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I didn't even see
well-deserved
Over
win.
the Moon.
Over the Moon was a non-Disney classic.
That's true.
So was
That
Klaus.
Yeah.
Preach, Liam.
movie was on par with nearly all Disney films for the last 20 years, and it deserved more recognition because it was better than Soul.
Yousef, do you
But
have
Soul
the?
was a good movie. Come on.
Yousef, do you have the
Soul was a
list?
good movie. Over the
do,
Moon
yeah.
was phenomenal.
I'd love
I-
to hear the rest of the nominees.
This was actually pretty close. Well, not really.
Really?
Soul took 45.1% of the votes. Next was Onward with 20%. Then Over the Moon with 14, Scoob with 11, and Wolfwalkers with 7. I loved Wolfwalkers. Wolfwalkers was so good. Nobody
But that's
saw
a
it.
couple
It was
Did
so good.
Scoob got any votes? That was a crap movie.
No,
Thank
it
you,
wasn't.
Sohail.
was kind of
What?
boring.
It was
Which
crap.
one?
I grew up with
Scoob?
Scoob, and I'm glad it didn't win. Just saying.
Who said Scoop was a crap movie?
Sohail.
Sohail.
Yes, me.
Wow.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later. Next, we have Isaac, and he's one of our favorites, and he will introduce to us the nominees for Best Short.
Thanks, Sohail. I've been watching short films for most of my life. Growing up, I would be watching the short films from Disney and Pixar most of the time with my siblings. I've always enjoyed the crazy and experimental ideas that are brought to the table in these films and seeing them do stuff that are not possible in feature-length films. Short films allow fresh, creative voices to showcase their potential within the film industry. And even if the films obviously are short in length, they can still make a long-term impact on your life, both creatively and personally. And I think that's what these nominees have accomplished.
A Love Song for Latasha, directed by Sophia Nahli Allison. Out, directed by Stephen Hunter. Burrow, directed by Madeline Sharafian.
And the winner is Out.
Yay!
Surprise.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
We know.
This was Pixar, correct? This is another Pixar
This
win.
was Pixar. This
Yeah.
was remember the short film that they released during the
Yeah,
pandemic,
yeah.
like just on its own?
So that's already 2 blue ribbons for Pixar.
Yeah.
Pixar
I wonder if
Animation
it'll supposed to
Studios.
that's
be
right.
like a simultaneous short film with either Onward or Soul. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't
Onward was
think
better
it
than Soul.
It was
No, but
that's a whole
there's a
other
short film-
category. This was part of Spark Shorts. This was like, you know how they
Right.
give people, so I don't think it was connected to anything.
No, it wasn't.
But I'm not surprised because when we came up with nominees, this was the only one we actually nominated. The other two I had to go looking for. So yeah,
Well,
anybody
it was
have any other
deserving.
thoughts?
It was deserving.
It was
It was
deserving.
a very good
Yep.
short.
That's it. That's all we want to say.
It's not the best short.
Yes.
Best
Okay.
shorts for comments.
Like a
Okay.
storybook.
Well, I'll give you the breakdown. 51% gave Out the Win. A Love Song for Latasha, surprisingly 28.4. It was pretty good, but I didn't think it was going to get that many votes. And then Burrow, which was the one that came out with Soul, was 20.6%. So
Yousef, was it a love song for Latasha or Natasha?
Latasha.
Excuse me?
The film by Jico.
That's good.
Here
very
all
good.
night. Now let's welcome back our favorite little boy, Mr. Ben, to introduce our first Best Picture nominee.
The Invisible Man. What a movie. You know, if you think about it, The Invisible Man came out at the best point in 2020. An epic February release that excited everyone about the horror genre and the rest of the 2020 release schedule. It kind of took the world by storm, and rightfully so. Having seen the film 3 times, once in Dolby, may I add, I can say that The Invisible Man's unsettling themes about abusive relationships, toxic perpetrators, and gaslighting hit incredibly effectively in this new era we all find ourselves in. Director Lee Wanell crafted a very timely and eye-opening story about another group's experience in our society that was on the level of Jordan Peele's Get Out and Emerald Fennell's Promising Young Woman. Scary, thrilling, and brilliantly clever, I'm delighted to present your Best Picture nominee, The Invisible Man, backed by Joke's on You from Birds of Prey.
He was a sociopath. He said that I could never leave him.
Drag me to death.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Like the smoke from my lips.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's not dead.
My knees are bruised from kneeling to you.
I just can't see him.
Enough, but you're too hard to quit. We've had our fun. Now your sugar makes me sick. I've lied for you, and I liked it too. But my makeup's ruined, and now I'm laughing through my tears. I'm crying through my fear. But baby, if I had to choose, the joke's on you. Joke's on you.
I think we can all agree that's the movie that should win.
Yes.
It's a really great movie.
Alfred Hitchcock once said that the key to a great film are 3 things: the script, and the script. The screenplay is an integral aspect of filmmaking, and this year showcased some great original works. Here are the nominees for Best Original Screenplay.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, written by Aaron Sorkin. Mank, written by Jack Fincher. Promising Young Woman, written by Emerald Fennell. The Hunt, written by Nick Hughes and Damon Lindelof. The Way Back, written by Brad Inglesby.
And the blue ribbon goes to Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of the Chicago 7. Congratulations, Mr. Sorkin. Another great screenplay from him. What do we all think of this film? This is a very, very good screenplay, very impactful and very rousing by the end.
I am mad.
I knew it was going to win.
Only the directing was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
This movie was
personally-
really good.
Go ahead.
No, I was just
I
gonna
would
say
say
this
it was
movie was really
edited
good, and
well.
everybody forgot about it. You know, it just kind of faded.
Look, I had my own. You know, you saw my influence with The Way Back and The Hunt being nominated. I would have loved to
I
have
don't know
seen
why
The
we
Hunt.
nominated them.
The Hunt is a brilliant critique of modern society, just like The Invisible Man, and I voted for it 3 times.
This is what happens when you give kids a voice.
I deleted one
Yeah,
of your
well-
votes, Ben. So jokes
Well,
on
Thanks.
you.
What was the percentages?
So the percentages:
I'd be interested.
32.4 was for Trial of Chicago 7, 22.5 Promising Young Woman. We did
Yes,
not nominate that
yes.
movie
Ooh.
enough because
We
we didn't
didn't.
see it when we came up with the nominations.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that anyway.
Because
yes.
we all agree it's the best movie of 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Mank 19.6%, The Hunt 18.6. I don't know how that happened.
Yes.
And then 6.9 was The Way Back.
I pressured my friend into voting for The Hunt,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why.
That's illegal.
So, Antony, do you want to give us best adapted screenplay while you're at it?
Yeah. So creating a story from scratch is quite a challenge, but so is adapting work for the silver screen. So here are the nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay.
One Night in Miami, written by Ken Powers, based on the play One Night in Miami by Ken Powers. Nomadland, written by Chloe Zhao, based on the book Nomadland by Jessica Bruder. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, written by Ruben Santiago Hudson, based on the play Ma Rainey's Black Bottom by August Wilson. The Prom, written by Chad Begelin and Bob Martin, based on the musical The Prom by Chad Begelin, Bob Martin, and Matthew Sklar. The Father, written by Christopher Hampton and Florian Zeller, based on the play Le Père by Florian Zeller.
And the blue ribbon goes to Chad Begelin and Bob Martin for The Prom.
Yeah.
This is an upset.
Yay!
How did that happen?
Liam is happy, so that's all that matters.
I'm very happy. I didn't like any of the other nominees except for The Father, which I haven't seen. So
You didn't
I
like
thought Ma Rainey
what?
was okay.
Ma Rainey was
didn't
well
like
written.
Then
I didn't really love Ma Rainey, if I'm honest. There were good monologues. I just found it a bit boring. And One Night in Miami, I also just found a little bit boring, unfortunately. I'm very happy that The Prom won because it's the only one of these that I saw that I liked. And The Father likely deserves to win. It's probably the best screenplay of them all, but I haven't seen it.
Look, I fought for The Prom because I
The Prom
tried
was
to
good.
push. I tried to push this into anything that I could get it in, and I eventually
we
whittled these.
remember.
Yeah, I eventually whittled yous all down and allowed yous to have this in there.
Mhm.
So I'm happy I won something. I'm taking
This-
this as a win for me.
This was the closest of all of the categories.
I bet it
22.5 was The Prom, 21.6 was Nomadland, then
Oh.
tied was One Night in Miami and The Father with 20% each, and then 14.7 for Ma Rainey. So it was
Haha.
literally votes that separated the winners.
So don't get too cocky, Liam.
Yeah.
It still won.
Liam deserves to be cocky. He won. Okay, The Prom beat the other movies, so deal with it. Okay, The Prom is the winner.
The
Don't
Prom
worry about
was
it,
good.
Sohail.
I
Didn't
think
you hate
this
The
show-
Prom, Ben? I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
but
like
you
it.
did.
I didn't like it, but I liked it more than the other movies, so I'm happy.
Ben, have you seen Nomadland?
No,
Okay, well there you go.
Nomadland's good. I don't know if
It's
it's
not a
like
screenplay
well
movie.
written. Yeah.
I
Listen,
haven't
it's
seen it,
hard.
and even I know that.
It's hard to adapt a musical to the big screen, especially one that was on Broadway. So it definitely they had a challenge, and these guys who I think wrote the original book for the show, they did a very good job, and a lot of our fans, smaller than others, definitely. Through Liam's goodwill, it made an impact on them. So now I'm very happy to introduce Constance, who will be introducing our next category, Best Production Design. Take it away, Constance.
Thanks. So just like how you need good acting, good directing, and a good script, films are a team effort, so world building is very important. Everything from historical accuracy in a period piece to a whimsical world that none of us have ever been to. It's really important to acknowledge the people that bring these places to life. So here are the nominees for Best Production Design.
Tenet, Nathan Crowley. The Prom, Jamie Walker McCall, Jean Surdena. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, K.K. Barrett. Mank, Donald Graham Burt, Jan Pascal. The Gentleman, Gemma Jackson.
And the blue ribbon goes to Tenet.
Yay.
It deserved this.
I have
We
a
knew it
deserved
was
this.
coming.
comment.
We knew it was coming.
It deserved it. Come on now. It was either that or Birds of Prey. So what would you all rather? Exactly.
Production design, I think, should go to Mank.
Well,
They recreated old Hollywood.
Yeah,
and
but
I
nobody
agree.
likes
I
Mank.
mightn't like the movie.
I like
but
Mank.
Look at that.
I like Mank.
Yeah, Antony.
That's
Of course
phenomenal
you
that
do.
they managed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like the movie, but it's still phenomenal that they managed to recreate that.
I will.
Yeah, but
Let's say
Tenet had
that
really
they
cool
won in
spinny
the good
doors.
category.
Oh
I
well,
will-
as long as it had
Wow.
spinny doors.
It did
I
have
will
spinny
say-
doors, and I thought they were cool. So yeah.
I will say that Mank obviously was very impressive, but to give Tenet its credit, it created like the third act set design. Like there's a lot of original work done that's very specific. That once you see it, you think Tenet. So to give it its credit,
Also-
it created an original vision that we haven't seen a lot of in big blockbuster movie making.
The plane scene, guys. The plane.
That was
Like,
amazing.
come on. Yeah.
Well done,
Brilliant.
Tenet.
Well, Tenet dwarfed
Fine.
everything. Tenet had 65% of the votes, and then Mank had 10%. So there you go. It came in second place. And then The Gentleman and Birds of Prey tied at 8, and then 6% went to The Prom. And now here is Antony again to present Best Costume Design.
Thank you, Yousef. How something looks on screen is crucial to a film's success, and part of that is the work of incredible costume designers, helping dress the characters that inspired and entertained us all year long. Here are the nominees for Best Costume Design.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anne Roth. The Gentleman, Michael Wilkinson. The Prom, Lou Eyrich. Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, Anna B. Shepherd. Wonder Woman, 1984, Lindy Hemming.
And the blue ribbon goes to Wonder Woman 1984.
I'm so
Congratulations.
sorry. Oh.
We have nobody to
What
blame.
did he do to deserve this?
Whoa.
Do I
We
need
have
to
nobody to
reread Ben's
blame but
tweet?
Ben. Yeah.
Yes, pull up right now.
Go away, please. I'm
Ben
so
pushed
sorry.
Wonder Woman so hard when we were picking nominees that every
That's
single
not
nomination
true.
was because of Ben. You
Shut
told us
up,
to
it's
nominate
not
it for
true.
visual effects.
Did you
Go
even see
away.
the movie, Ben?
Yeah, he'd seen the
Thank
movie.
you.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the movie, Ben?
Oh well, we
Yeah.
know he did.
That's
To
a good
defend-
question.
But can we just talk about how amazing her white dress is? That's why it should win. It's so sexy and beautiful.
The costumes are definitely
Good point.
like Cheetah's outfits, even if they could have been woven into the narrative a little bit better. The costume design was definitely pretty good in this film.
Other than the fact that she wore a gold suit and with those weird wings that she only took off 2 seconds in, I don't see it.
Well, you had the cheetah costumes, you had Diana's costumes, you had
And like everything
there were-
Steve wore, like they
Yeah.
brought the 80s back into now, I guess.
Ben has left. Ben is so ashamed of himself.
No, I was just getting ready to
Um,
mute
so
Liam. I was just getting ready to
costume?
mute Liam. But we
So-
have to.
I'm
We have to-
not getting up your tweet. We all know what you did.
We know what you
Yeah.
said.
We've read it in a
Yes, we
previous
did.
episode.
Yeah.
You should be
Um,
ashamed of yourself, but we can't
Fuck
blame you.
you.
Youth,
Yeah.
youth is what youth does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Some of
Um,
us age like fine wines. Some.
And
some
on that
votes.
note, Yousef, why don't you read off the percentages? for
Yeah.
this
So
costume design vote?
36% was Wonder Woman. 22% was Ma Rainey. I think Ma
Aw.
Rainey should have gotten it. But
No,
I
Eurovision
voted
should
for
have won.
that. I voted for that.
16.7 is The Gentleman. 12.7 was The Prom, and then 11.8 was Eurovision, because Eurovision
Wait,
sucks.
did you not say
and we
Birds of Prey?
shouldn't.
I swore I thought
You
We
Birds of
didn't
Prey
nominate
was
You
there.
Birds of
suck.
Prey. Did you see the costumes in Birds of Prey, Joseph? They were wearing
Different
rags.
conversation. All right.
Okay.
I'm very happy to introduce Liam, who will be introducing another Best Picture nominee.
Hello, it's me. So, for our second Best Picture nomination, we have Happiest Season, a look into the lives of a happy lesbian couple whose relationship is about to be tested not by homophobes, but by the self-hatred felt by most LGBTQ plus individuals and the fear that this brings in coming out to the family. Unlike real life lesbians, this comedy drama has a happy ending of acceptance. Let's praise that. So let's have a look at Happiest Season, accompanied by the banging Best Song nominee, Ultra Luminary from Over the Moon.
I just woke up thinking about going home with you and got very excited about Christmas. I get to go meet the people that made my favorite person.
You wish on me in my glitter light.
Abby, you and Harper have a perfect relationship.
She is my person, and I really want everyone to know that. I want to marry her. I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm finally going to meet everyone. There's something that we should talk about.
Stars ignite, they flame from dust, born out of gravity and force they combine.
I didn't tell my parents I'm gay.
Try in rivalry. They'll never shine bright as me. I'm the light every night in your world, eh? You revel in the glory of my beauty. You're ready to watch me be legendary. 'Cause I'm ultra luminary. Whoa, welcome to Luminary. Whoa, so spectacular.
Everybody's story is different. Just because Harper isn't ready doesn't mean she doesn't love you.
Extraordinary. The cosmic shine of my fine display can turn the night to day. I hear they say that the Milky Way can't help but envy me. I am the brightest star, superb, spectacular. I'm the light every night in your world, eh? You revel in the glory of my beauty. You're ready to watch me be legendary. 'Cause I'm ultra luminary. So spectacular. Super singular. 'Cause I'm so very, very extraordinary.
I wish you guys could have seen everybody. I was just scrolling through and y'all were dancing along. It was wonderful.
That
Matt
was
really going
that was
at
a
it.
beat. That was a beat right
That was
there.
a good song. That was a good song.
As I said, banger.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to
Absolutely.
mention in my opening, because I didn't write it because I'm lazy. If you want to watch these compilations, obviously this is a podcast, follow us on Twitter and we will post them for you to enjoy over and over again. Okay, now let's go to Best Documentary, and we're gonna have Kyle present that. So welcome, Kyle. Ooh.
Thank you, Yousef. Thank you guys for having me. It's an honor to be here. Documentaries, perhaps the most authentic form of filmmaking. A good documentary is raw, personal, and insightful, able to put us in the shoes of people we may never have had the opportunity to meet otherwise. Documentaries have taught us a lot, especially in 2020. How to love one another, how to make a difference in our communities, and what it's like for real people to speak out against injustice in those communities. Here are the nominees for Best Documentary.
The Social Dilemma, directed by Jeff Orlowski. Boy State, directed by Amanda McBain and Jesse Moss. The Dissident, directed by Brian Fogel. Enemies of the State, directed by Sonia Kenneback. Disclosure, directed by Sam Feder.
And the blue ribbon goes to The Social Dilemma.
Yay.
My dad
I
just
didn't
walked
see
in and
it.
he's very happy about that answer.
Who wanted that movie? I forgot. Who nominated
Me.
that?
Natalia.
Me.
Yeah.
I mean, most seen documentary probably being that it was on Netflix, which makes sense.
So was Disclosure.
Disclosure.
Well,
Then Social Dilemma then made an impact. If
Liam, I'm
Disclosure
very
came in
sorry.
second, so
What is Disclosure?
It is about trans representation in the media and how it's not very good, shall we say.
Okay.
yeah.
all are important films, so if you haven't
Yes.
seen them, check them out.
Yes,
Go
they're
seek
all
them out.
really
They're very
good.
good.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I wasn't crazy about the social dilemmas like narrative, like the filmed narrative that they wove through it. I thought that was kind of like really cheesy in my opinion.
I didn't see
I will
it,
agree
so
because I turned it off.
can someone explain to me? Because when I was pulling graphics, the actor from
Stranger
I think he was in
Things.
It wasn't Stranger Things, was it? I don't
Yeah,
know, but it was an
Stranger Things,
actor
isn't it?
that is well known, right? I think he was in the new Vacation movie. He's in a bunch of things.
He was in something, and it's so forgettable and like cringy that I can't remember who it was.
So was it a documentary or was it?
Santa Clarita Diet. That's
So
it. It's him.
It was a documentary, and it was commentary and everything like a documentary. But every now and then, like this like short film that they like put pieces throughout, and it was so bad. It was so bad.
That
Little,
part
like,
wasn't cute at all. That took me out. I just wanted to hear about these old CEOs talking about how we're all being watched. That's it.
Right. Yeah. I was in a Zoom class in a documentary and theory class, and we kind of all unanimously agreed that it was like so bad. I just wanted to say that because that's how I feel about it. I feel very strongly about that.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
It was a bit heavy-handed.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good documentaries this year. Like, I don't know if it was, I kept getting sent documentaries in my email and I didn't watch half of them, but the ones that I did watch were really, really good. So,
we didn't nominate the one about Howard Mencken or Howard Ashman.
Oh yeah, we
What's his
forgot
name?
Howard Ashman.
Sorry.
It's Alan
How
Menken
dare you? That was such a
and
good
Howard
documentary.
Ashman.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so good.
So yes, we are sorry about that.
We forgot about that, but I will take blame for that because I said I will nominate the ones in this category minus Disclosure and The Social Dilemma, so everyone can blame me. But the breakdown was 47% The Social Dilemma, then tied for second was Enemies of the State and Disclosure. I would have given it to Enemies of the State. That was so good.
I watched Boys State yesterday. It was amazing.
Yeah, Boys State was really good. Well, Boys State and The Dissident tied for last place with 12.7 each. So it was close between the losers, but you know. Okay, speaking of losers, it's time for the worst of 2020. Oops. Nope. Underrated movie of 2020. These are the movies that everybody thought would be the worst, but were actually amazing. So, Liam, you're the underrated person of this podcast. So, actually, you're kind of overrated. I'm not gonna lie, but you present this.
You really are.
No, because as my written intro says, what does the next category and I have in common? We're underrated, of course. So here are the nominees for the most underrated movies of 2020 that somehow features the rhythm section.
Big Time Adolescence, directed by Jason Orley. Antebellum, directed by Gerard Bush and Christopher Renz. The Rhythm Section, directed by Reed Morano. Holidate, directed by John Whitesell. Fat Man, directed by Ian Nelms and Esham Nelms.
And the winner is Fat Man.
Yay!
Yay!
I love this movie.
Tell Ian and Esham that.
Yeah,
Tell them that they have a blue ribbon.
They won.
Well,
They
we
won.
are very happy about that.
Yeah, this movie's just, it's so, like, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but I'm not saying this just because we interviewed them, but the movie was actually really, really, really strong. But I think the whole Mel Gibson thing kind of discouraged some people from watching it. But
you should all watch it.
I like the story.
It's
I
really
think it was
good.
well documented, directed. So it was quite a surprise watching it. I knew it was going to be R-rated, but well done to them.
Look at me. I constantly talk about Spice World, the movie, and even I was like, Jesus Christ, this is good.
Yeah. And
which was a shock.
Is it better than Spice World the movie?
Oh, okay, let's not go too far.
Just asking a question.
And you could tell by the way that they talked about it, like they really put a lot of thought into this movie, Ian and Esham, So
yeah.
I think
a
it's
lot
well
of planning, a lot of years in the making.
Yousef, can I ask,
paid off.
Yes.
Was there one vote for Big Time Adolescence, and was it you?
There was 11% of the votes that went to Big Time Adolescence. I want to talk about the movie for a little bit because that movie was so good. It was the Pete Davidson and the little kid from I forget what he's from, but he's from something. Whatever. But Pete Davidson and Machine Gun Kelly, it's such a good movie. It's on Hulu, so check that out. 16.7% was for the rhythm section. How? I don't know. Maybe all of Ireland voted for that movie.
Clearly Ben and all his friends.
Yeah.
Because it's a good movie, that's why.
No, it's not. Anyway,
Yeah,
19.6 was for Holiday, and then 22.5 was for Antebellum, which is another movie that I really, really loved. And
oh my God, did My Holiday do well?
19%. I wouldn't say
did better than Ben's.
I feel like we're getting a sense of what type of movies Liam likes throughout all these nominees, because like seeing the Happiest Season with the Ultra Luminary song, it's like that I feel like sums up
that was
Liam
a perfect matchup. Can we just
very,
talk about that for a
very
second?
clearly.
Anyway, now
Yousef, the guy is in Lock and Key from Big Time Adolescence.
Oh, that's right. Griffin something. But that kid.
Gluck.
He's 20. He's 20
Griffin
something, I
Gluck.
think, but he looks like he's 14. It's incredible. Anyway, now, God help us, Natasha is going to be presenting Best Supporting Actress. So here we go.
Elizabeth Debicki, Tenet.
Even a soul as blank and brittle as yours needs a response. There's fear and pain enough, Andre. That's all I have to offer you.
Well, then we'll have to do that.
Why don't you just let me go?
Maria Bakalova, Borat's subsequent movie film delivery of prestigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan.
I have a baby inside me, and I want to take it out of me.
Right. She wants it out now, please. Right. Can you take it out? No, we cannot.
Yoon Yo-jong, Minari.
아니 저렇게 이쁜 새끼한테 무슨 회초리야. 애니까 그렇지. 오줌 좀 먹기로서 뭐 어때? 재밌었어? 엄마. 아이고.
Allison Janney, Bad Education.
July and August are all settled up, expenses booked and archived.
Perfect. And something else I wanted to talk to you
Safety
about?
gates are all taken care of. I'm meeting with City Hall later today to go over strategy.
Gee, someone said their coffee.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway, Roald Dahl's The Witches.
You see, girls? He would call the exterminator, just like any normal human with his head screwed on right. He would exterminate those brats.
Ribbon goes to Elizabeth Debicki, Tenet.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
She was really good. Let's be honest, guys. Like, really
I
good.
haven't seen it. I can't make a comment.
She
Still
was
haven't
good.
seen it?
But Anne Hathaway playing
You
RuPaul.
guys were the ones that kept telling me to go see it in the movie theater. And you know what? Now I can't.
I didn't say that.
I didn't
I
see it in the
didn't
movie
either.
theater, and it was still very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
See,
good.
Liam, no,
She's
I
a-
don't think Anne Hathaway was playing RuPaul. Anne Hathaway was playing.
RuPaul.
No, she
And
was
it
playing
how did we-
Melania. Hey,
and
she
it
was
was
playing.
phenomenal.
She was playing Melania Trump, 100%.
She had a Scottish accent or something like
All
that.
right.
I
She
heard
Can we
had
that.
talk about?
It was weird.
Can we talk about the winner of the category?
Yeah.
Well, no, because this is supposed to be a section about the snubs.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
but
just
we
say-
haven't
One thing I
really
will
been
say
doing that.
about DeBecky is that she's a great actress, and I can't wait to see more from her.
She was
She's
the
an
heart and soul of the
exceptionally
film.
tall woman.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think that was the one thing because me and Yousef, I believe, agreed on that in the review.
One of the few
we
things
did.
we agree
Yeah.
On
on
her
in
being an
life.
exceptionally tall woman.
She is an exceptionally tall woman. Yes.
You know, when I saw that movie, the person who I was with, she turned to me and she said, "Jesus, that woman's tall." This was in the middle of a movie theater,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And yet-
"She is tall, but she's amazing."
And yet she could still play vulnerable. I would say she gave the best performance in the film.
Wait, how
And it's-
tall is she? Like
did.
Zendaya tall?
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
I
Google
bet
it.
you
By
they
the
While he
way,
Googles that, oh no,
And
yeah,
she was in
Anthony, go ahead.
heels. She was in heels too. Holy shit, she was gigantic.
Jesus.
What was the breakdown in the meantime?
it should be on the
Yeah.
it should just be on the record that when we were deciding the nominees, I threw out "What about Anne Hathaway for The Witches" as a joke, and then
Yes.
it became one of our nominees. So I love you, Anne Hathaway, but I'm very so shocked that she
Yeah.
managed to beat out.
Because we were hold on. We were
No.
all done with that category. We moved on and we just went back and wrote Anne Hathaway down because of that. But it paid off because she came in second. So
yes,
Elizabeth Debicki had 58%. Anne Hathaway had 15. Yun Yo-jung had 9.8. Allison Janney 8, and then Maria Bakalova had 7.
That's surprising. But
Disappointing.
I will say though,
I'm so happy
Antony,
for Anne Hathaway.
Yes, Ben.
your suggestion kicked Journey Smollett Bell for Birds of Prey out of the category. So
Never
I don't
even
like
nominated
No
her. What are
one.
you talking
Yeah, we
about?
didn't.
No,
She
we
wasn't even
pushed
on
for
the
her.
list.
She was no, she
Yeah, we
she
did.
was
I
in it.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right,
you
we're
see,
not-
pushed for
Taka,
her,
Okay.
Ben. We didn't.
Journey Smollett Bell was amazing.
Now, I don't know how this is right because I feel like he's talked the most out of everybody here. But Antony is back once again for the millionth time to present one of the Best Picture nominees, One Night in Miami. So take.
Can I
it
interject
away.
for 1 second? Elizabeth Debicki is 6'3".
Oh my God! Thank you, Yousef, and thank you, Ben. How powerful is your voice? In Regina King's directorial debut of Kemp Powers' impactful play, this next nominee for Best Picture follows 4 Black legends: Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke, and the fictional meeting between them as they discuss the importance of using their platforms and popularity to enact positive change for the Black community throughout America. Featuring powerhouse performances from Leslie Odom Jr., Kingsley Ben-Adir, Aldous Hodge, and Eli Goree. Nominated for 5 Blue Ribbons, including Best Picture, this is One Night in Miami.
With Double Trouble, the song.
I saw you, and then all of my eyes turned on, and you turned round, and I suddenly found my glory.
Sometimes I pinch
New
myself.
heavyweight champion of the world, and I don't even have a scratch on my face. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Am I so pretty?
Blocks and hold you close, but I don't know how.
Hey baby, when you look at me, I know I'm in double trouble tonight. Hey baby, would you talk to me? I know I'm in double trouble tonight. Show me your love, give me your love. How can something so wrong feel so right?
Power. I like the sound of that.
The white stuff, I'm in double trouble tonight. Double trouble tonight.
Okay.
Shout out to Constance, who said that Double Trouble is a good song. It is a good song. It's a great song.
Even though you couldn't experience the amazing sound in theaters, the movies that came out in 2020 still gave us a feeling of being in the 80s with Wonder Woman, Going to Prom, Fighting with Charlize, and Jamming with Riz. Here are the nominees for Best Sound.
The Old Guard, Glenn Fremantle, Ben Baker, Gareth John, Mark Fishman, Matthew Water. The Prom, Gary Merrigan, David Jamarco, Mark Peterson, Stephen A. Marrow. Wonder Woman, 1984, Rowan Watson, Randy Torres, Jeff Sawyer, Gary A. Rizzo, Kevin Penny, Gilbert Lake, Richard King, Peter J. Delvin, Ian Irie, James Boyle. Mank, Ren Kleiss, Jeremy Millard, David Parker, Nathan Nance, Drew Coonan. Sound of Metal, Philip Blad, Nicholas Becker, Jamie Backshit, Michelle Kudlinik, Carlos Cortez, Carolina Santana.
And the winner for Best Sound is Sound of Metal.
Let's go!
God.
It would have been a travesty if it didn't win, to be honest with you.
Sound of Metal only became the winner last night. And it won by a single vote.
Antony, how many times did you get to vote?
I voted twice, like every council member was allowed.
I'm just joking.
I'm every vote counts. Don't let them tell
Every
you
vote counts. Yeah. Anyone have anything to say before I break her down?
What?
Just
Psychopath.
that we have the wrong twin.
What happened? What?
Liam, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm just saying Hannah's the better twin.
Oh.
Period. I agree.
Wait, Yousef,
I am not going to be
was
surprised.
Really the name
Natalia...
Jimmy Backshit? That was one of the names.
Yeah, I just noticed that I mispronounced a lot of names.
And
So
Wonder Woman
I will
had
be
a
re-recording
ton
that.
of
But
names.
Antony, what were you gonna say?
I'm not surprised if by the end of this you quit the council. By
You
the
know,
end-
me
No.
We
No, but
can't
we
lose
need
our
a-
only woman.
Yusuf, who was beating Sound of Metal? Who was beating it?
okay,
Yeah,
so
what was the breakdown?
32.4% was Sound of Metal. 31.4 was Wonder Woman 1984. I really didn't want that to win, so I'm so happy that it didn't. Then The Prom got 15.7. The Old Guard got 10.8, and Mank got 9.8. How did Mank lose? Mank was the best.
Mank, nobody
No one
saw
watched it.
Nobody
Fair
saw
enough.
Mank.
Nobody saw it.
Fair enough.
To be honest with you.
I am no one because I didn't watch it.
Mank didn't have a superhero, which meant that nobody saw the movie.
That's not fair. We all like superheroes and indie movies.
Yeah.
But hey, look at who you're talking to.
Sound of Metal deserved it.
That's right.
Sound of Metal was
Metal,
amazing.
Ben was going to say something before Liam was talking about Natalia. Sorry.
I was determined to find out who was beating Sound of Metal. I was just shocked and horrified. So I found
Wonder
out.
Woman. Okay, moving
I
on.
would have closed this if it won. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I really don't want it to win because I was not gonna look at the winners until now, but then I did, and I saw
Yousef,
Wonder
were
Woman.
you
I was
the
like,
extra vote? Were you
no,
the
no, no,
last
no, no, no,
vote to come in?
no. The last vote actually was from Madeline. That's the last vote we got. So I think it was her, or it might have been somebody who voted before her, but on the same day. But it was.
I've seen like none of the movies.
Fair
I've
enough.
seen Wonder Woman. What was the other one?
It was what was it? Wonder Woman, Sound of Metal, The Prom, and Mank. Oh, and The Old Guard. I didn't see The Old Guard.
Oh, I voted for the Old Guard.
The Old Guard was very good.
The Old Guard was good. Charlotte
What is
Rampling
wrong with you,
was good
Yousef?
with those guns.
Let's move on to. I'm going to introduce our wonderful host again, who's going to present Best Soundtrack. Take it away, Yousef.
I think music is one of the most important things in film because it really helps get you into the spirit of the film, and especially afterwards when you can download a good soundtrack on Spotify or whatever and just relive the whole movie again. It's one of the best parts. So the nominees for Best Soundtrack are
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. The Prom. Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. The Old Guard. Bad Boys for Life.
and And the blue ribbon goes to Birds of Prey. Yay! It deserved
Okay.
this.
I mean,
It did deserve it. It is full of good songs.
it had a good soundtrack, to be fair to it, but I also really wish that the Old Guard won because the soundtrack in the Old Guard is amazing.
The
The
Old
music
Guard
is fantastic.
soundtrack I couldn't actually
Thing.
find.
The only consistent thing of a lot of Margot Robbie's projects are that the music is good.
Yeah.
Promising Young Woman. We
Well,
have to
there's
talk
that.
about that.
Yeah,
Promising Young
question.
Woman.
That was
If
the
we
biggest
had
Right
thing.
up there.
Would Promising a Young Woman?
But I still don't think it would have
Yeah.
won because I think Birds of Prey.
Should have won, but it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
It's just a
any
bigger
film that's
IP.
going to put Paris Hilton on the soundtrack. It's getting
That
my
was
vote.
such great song. I hadn't heard it until
Excuse
that
me,
movie.
Spice Girls. Don't forget they add Spice Girls.
Yeah.
And on that note,
okay, hold on.
Let's read
Wait.
out the percentages.
The breakdown.
of
Yeah. So
soundtrack.
46% Birds of Prey, 18% Eurovision. So good for Eurovision. 16% The Prom, 12% Bad Boys, and 8% The Old Guard. Yeah.
Bad Boys
I'm
shouldn't have been
surprised the-
nominated.
I'm
I
surprised
don't know why
the
we
Prom
nominated
is
Bad
not,
Boys
like,
or
at
The
the
Old Guard.
seconds. Just saying.
That surprised me too. But Eurovision, the songs were pretty good. I mean, I did
Look,
not
Yeah
like
Yeah
the
Ding
movie.
Dong.
Yeah
Play
Yeah
Yeah
Ding
Ding
Dong.
Dong. Like, come on.
That's literally you, Liam. Like, yeah. Let's move on now. So Sohail, Mr. Jafar, you're gonna be presenting best cinematography. So go ahead.
From indie movies to blockbuster heroes, these nominees before you have a great range of skill to convey the director's message. So without a further ado, here are the nominees for Best Cinematography.
Nomadland, Joshua James Richards. Mank, Eric Messerschmidt. Tenet, Hoyt van Hoytma. The Five Bloods, Newton Thomas Siegel. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Matthew Libatique.
And the blue ribbon goes to Tenet.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
deserves
no
it.
surprise.
Robert Pattinson
Shocker.
stands out to us.
Yeah,
Was
this
this
was
one
definitely
time?
the stands.
Tell us
but-
the breakdown before.
So obviously Tenet dwarfed.
It was
I
just
do
all
think
Madeline.
Nomadland I think should have got this, right, Antony? I mean, that was especially the whole circumstance with them shooting.
Yeah,
the way they
I
shot
mean,
it.
I that's what I voted for. But yet again, what Tenet was able to pull off in frame,
That's true.
the huge widescreen shots, which I can only imagine looked great on an IMAX screen, but still looks good on a phone and computer and small television. So it was an impressively shot film. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
The problem with Nomadland was they have not released yet. I
That's the
haven't seen
problem.
it. The general public
Yeah.
hasn't seen it.
Yeah. But Birds of Prey also, Matty Libatique, he did that and The Prom, and we were kind of debating which one we should nominate. I think we made the right choice with Birds of Prey, but I'm surprised it didn't get any higher because Tenet got 69% of the votes. Then tied for second was Nomadland and The Five Bloods, and then tied for last
wow.
were Mank and Birds of Prey. With 6% for the last and then 8% for the best.
Tenant keeps on getting 69%.
Yeah, over
Because
65.
69%
I
of
noticed
our
that too.
voters were Robert Pattinson stands.
I think that says a lot
So-
about Robert Pattinson's stance, to be
I
honest.
thought you were
Yeah.
going to say that 69%.
No
of our-
shade to them. Thank you for voting.
Yeah,
Oh,
we love
yeah.
them. They're not gonna listen to this. Let's be real. They only retweet our stuff. But
Unless you
Yeah.
put Robert Patterson in the title, but just
you're smart. We should do
Robert
that with every
Pattinson wins
episode.
the blue ribbon.
Let's watch.
Let's change our whole council name to just the Robert Pattinson.
and just get a bobblehead of Robert Patterson.
Okay,
Play
so
that
now
clip on Vengeance.
we have another Best Picture presentation, this time by Natalia. So go ahead.
The Gentleman is a pure Guy Ritchie film filled with absolute fun where you can turn your brain off and listen to Matthew McConaughey talk about his weed empire, Hugh Grant doing an insane Cockney accent, Michelle Dockery looking far better than everyone else, even better than Colin Farrell and his crew of jumpsuited men. Here's our Best Picture nomination, accompanied by Travis Scott's The Plan from Tenet.
I want you to play a game with me, Ray.
I don't want to play a game.
Oh, please.
No.
I said play a game with me, Raymond.
Right.
Lovely. Sweet Mary Jane is my vice. Your poison, on the other hand, is and always has been the destroyer of worlds.
You're out of touch, and I would like you to consider an offer.
I am not for sale.
Close the opera. Hit the red and blue outside, I think our options up. I reversed it round the map, I had to line it up. I be swerving on the waves, it's like a line of us. Moving verse on my turf, I'm out of line. I put in work, I draw the line and cross it first. I need the time, I need the search. It's just like one and make it work. Skirt, skirt, in a verse, skirt, skirt. Round the land, bow and jet, make it land. It's slow motion when I dance. In your eyes, I see your trance. I run away and then you prance. If I show the hideaway, will you hide out and let it blam? Ain't no time of facing scams, I know.
Sorry to Charlie Hunnam and Henry Golding. I forgot that you guys were in the movie. It's a huge cast.
It is a huge cast who are nominated for Best Cast Ensemble. But we'll get to that later. Now it's time for Best Editing. So please welcome everybody's favorite alligator, Jack.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so they say that a movie is made in the writing room, on set, and in the editing bay. Proper editing can both save a film and, when done wrongly, can hinder a film. And as we see with both the films nominated here, as well as this year's council episodes, the editing was done amazingly. So here are the nominees for Best Editing.
To Five Bloods, Adam Goff. Mank, Kirk Baxter. The Trial of the Chicago 7, Alan Baumgarten. The Invisible Man, Andy Canny. Palm Springs, Matthew Friedman.
And the blue ribbon goes to The Invisible Man.
Yes!
Let's go. It
Tara
deserved
had
it.
leaders.
Yeah, I mean, The Invisible Man was incredible. It was so good. I'm so happy that Universal is actually like pushing it for awards. That's nice.
The only thing I see it getting is VFX.
Yeah, sadly. But
Maybe sound.
It might get a lot more blue ribbons. We don't know. We loved it. Any thoughts? Anybody?
What do you think, Jack?
I thought the editing was great, and it was one of the best movies of the year, so good winner.
Did anyone not like it?
Show yourself.
I don't like it how he went to the NAM.
It's funny. Okay, I would have liked to nominate Promising Young Woman if we saw it by then, but
I mean,
didn't.
we could have just done what I told you, which is take out all of the nominations for Wonder Woman 1984 and put them in with Promising Young Woman.
But what about picture?
That wouldn't have done justice to Promising Young Woman, to be honest.
Wonder Woman
because
got 3 nominations.
Yeah.
Okay, breakdown time. So 46% was The Invisible Man. 18% was The Trial of Chicago 7, which I think is well deserved. 16% was Defy Bloods, 11% Palm Springs, and 6% for Mank. So, interesting.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy to be back. I did change out the shirt, but that's because it was uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable as I'm presenting awards to you all. So, VFX. We had very few options for VFX this year, for obvious reasons. No big blockbusters came out. And we still managed to pick completely shit nominees. This year, we saw amazing feats in visual effects, such as Gal Gadot unconvincingly flying on green screen, Margot Robbie somehow making fireworks from driving a truck into chemicals, a sketchy Sonic redesign, a $7 million Invisible Man making life hell for Elizabeth Moss, and Tenet, who, to be fair, actually deserves it. So here are your nominees for Best VFX.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Mark Hawker, Greg Steele, Yale Majors. Tenet, Andy Williams, Vishal Tayaji, David Lee, Andrew Jackson. Wonder Woman 1984, Mark Halt, Cesar Abadez, Parkar Agnihorty, Akshay Joshi. The Invisible Man, Jonathan Deering, Dan Oliver. Sonic the Hedgehog, Alex Burded, Moody Cheng.
And ladies and gentlemen, the blue winner, the blue winner and the blue ribbon is awarded to Tenet, as it should, to be honest. I mean, come on.
Was there any competition? I mean, come on.
All those Robert Pattinson fans.
Pattinson fans.
I didn't actually vote for it, but I knew it was going to win.
Yeah.
Sohail, what did you vote for?
Because I wanted to give it
If you say Wonder Woman, I'm going to kill you. You're going to be fired.
Birds of Prey, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's slightly better.
Fine. That's
Yes.
Okay.
I just had to say it before you thought I was a Wonder Woman fan.
Yeah.
I am, but not the second film.
I feel like
Okay, there we go.
I digress.
Yeah.
I feel like the visual effects, like obviously it's a big blockbuster, but still even like there are so many visual effects that you don't even notice that they're doing, and that's how good they are done in Tenet. Like you're just watching it, and there are things obviously like the backward stuff that you're like, wow, that's cool, but there's so much that it's a very deserving winner.
It is.
Yeah.
And you guessed it, Tenet got 69% of the votes for Best Visual Effects. 13.7 went to The Invisible Man, 6.9 went to Birds of Prey, 5.9 went to Sonic, and then a number that is so small that I can't even see it on my little pie graph. And here's the proof, went to Wonder Woman. There's no number, it's that small.
Wow.
Wait,
but the Tenet fans are very blue.
I guess you don't really love Cheetah's transformation.
It's what?
Well, I was gonna say, I guess they don't really love Cheetah's transformation. That's why.
Who loved Cheetah's that I'm not gonna get into that fight again. Antony, yes, go.
Is it odd that Tenet, the whole thing, like the logo was that like it was flipped, and 69 is flipped? Just saying, it's a little weird.
That's yeah. Okay, now makeup and hairstyling.
Is it weird, or is it just that Pattinson stands are horny?
Could be both. I didn't want to be the one that made that joke, but I'm glad someone did.
That is what I'm here for. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So makeup and hairstyling. We have Madeline presenting this award. We're so happy that she's here with us. She hasn't guest hosted yet, and I hope she does in the future, but here she is.
Okay, well, Grace Randolph is always telling us how important hair and makeup are. Former Oscar winners in this category include The Fly, Beetlejuice, Terminator 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, and The Suicide Squad. And this year's nominees include a vibrant period piece, Dan Stevens wearing the same outfit as me, an unrecognizable Meryl Streep, a reimagined Harley Quinn look, and a black and white feature, which actually is a surprising feat to accomplish good makeup design in grayscale. So here are the nominees.
Mank, Kimberly Spiteri, Colleen LaBeouf, Gigi Williams, Michelle Audrina Kim. The Prom, Aaron Kruger McCash, Chris Clark, J. Roy Helland. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Cassie Rusak, Miho Suzuki. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Matiki Anov, Sergio Lopez Riviera, Mia Neal, Larry M. Cherry, Cyan Richards, Deirdre Dixon, Jamaica Wilson. Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, Emma Scott, Gabor Kirkus, Sharon Martin.
And the winner is Birds of Prey.
Yay!
Oh, Liam.
God damn it. I really wanted Eurovision to win something.
So did I.
I'm surprised.
I described this
surprised.
movie as, to be fair, I rewatched our review of Birds of Prey. Well, not a review, but when we were discussing worst movies. And I described Birds of Prey as Moschino and neon paint splattered together to make a mess. So kind of right, because Moschino's designer.
Yeah. I mean, of all of the things we nominated for, this is kind of the one it deserved with Best Soundtrack.
It got 8 nominations,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. Anybody
Familiar
have
with
thoughts?
I will allow it.
Like her comic book look. So for those of you who are like her comic book look, was this offensive or
Nope.
was it cool?
Nope.
It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool?
It was not cool.
It was cooler in the Suicide Squad. The upcoming season.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess her clown makeup paid off at the end.
I will
Yeah.
have to
Clown
disagree
makeup.
and say that I actually like this version.
I mean, the costumes were awful, but the makeup and the hairstyling was pretty good, especially on Margot Robbie. Like, Margot Robbie's a bit egotistical. She doesn't really care what the others look like, but she looked really good in the film.
That's
So-
unfounded. I'm just saying. That's unfounded.
I
I do-
agree, Sohail.
The Eurovision though, that sold that movie. Was
Didn't it?
Well, this was actually
Yep.
pretty close, and Eurovision got second. So Birds of Prey got 38%. Eurovision got 23. Ma Rainey got 19. Mank got 9, and The Prom got 8. Which, I mean, The Prom, I don't know
I
why
mean, I
we
was so
nominated it.
close.
Again, the prom is.
I think
at
we
the
just
bottom.
needed to fill in. I think we
Yeah.
only had 4, and I think we needed to fill in a
something.
spot.
Yeah.
In 2011, Fern embarked on a journey through the American West after losing everything during the recession. Homeless and recently widowed, she is lost. So few movies have centered on the average American life during the recession, and Nomadland beautifully captures the restlessness left in the wake of this critical time in recent memory. Through these characters, Zhao examines the idea of wide open frontiers without nostalgia or the need to pathologize the parts of the eroding social structures. Nominated for 5 Blue Ribbons tonight, including Best Picture, this is Nomadland.
I should have known I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you own.
You are one of those lucky people that can travel anywhere. Yes, ma'am. And they sometimes call you nomads.
But I saw you there.
No, I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless. Not the same thing, right?
You were my life, but life is far away from fair. Was I stupid?
You may want to consider early retirement. You need work. I like work.
Was it obvious to everybody else that I've fallen for a lie? You were never on my side.
I think Fern's part of an American tradition.
Once, fool me twice. Are you dead or paradise? Now you never see me cry. There's just no time to die. No time to die.
That was amazing, Yousef.
That was so good.
Oh, thank you.
Way to go.
In the movie.
Okay, so now this is an award that a lot of people. Liam, are you okay? Yeah, okay. This is an award that people have been wanting from the Oscars for a long, long, long time, but the Oscars don't listen to you, but we do. We love you. So, best stunts and presented by our resident Marvel stan, Yousef, one of our resident Marvel stans. So, go ahead.
Oh wow, I get to speak today. Wow, thank you. So
should have turned up to the planning meeting and then you would have had stuff.
I had plans. So 2020 was a pretty bad year with the pandemic and all that, but we still had some great stunts from these 5 nominees. And here are the nominees for best stunts.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Jonathan Jojo Eusebio, Scott Rogers, John Valera. Tenet, George Collette, Amar Shetty, Jackson Spidell. Extraction, Tahir Harris, Kuwait Singh Surakenarat, Sunil Rodriguez, Amrit Pal Singh, Daniel Stevens, Michael Lur. The Old Guard, Bryson Counts, Adam Kirkley, Daniel Hernandez. The Rhythm Section, Lee Morrison, Oliver Schneider, Mario Parabarba.
All right, and the blue ribbon goes to, oh well, no shock, it's Tenet.
Yay!
At 69%.
At 71%.
Oh!
Look
Yeah.
at those.
Breaking tradition. To be fair, I think this was probably one of the only ones where I did actually vote for Tennant. So that might explain it.
The stunts were pretty incredible in Tenet, I must say. Anybody
There's
else?
not
want
much to say, to be honest.
Give us a breakdown.
Wait, Yousef, you can speak. I love how sassy everybody is now. Like, we all started out so innocent, and then after this podcast,
our first episode was talking about Birds of Prey. I'm pretty sure we were always sassy.
I know, but I love how sassy Sohail and Yousef have gotten recently. And you to some degree. I mean, we were all a little sassy. But anyway, Yousef, yeah, go ahead. Do you want to say anything?
No, it deserves 100%.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So breakdown. 71% was Tenet. 7.8, it was a tie between Extraction and Birds of Prey. Then 6% went to the Old Guard, and this makes me so happy. 5% went to the Rhythm Section.
There is a God.
Yes.
Indeed.
All is right in the world.
Sorry, Ben.
Thank you, Natalia.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Ben likes that movie more than Blake Lively probably does.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, Natalia, it's back to you for Best International Film. So
This year has given us more time to experience film and use it that much more as escapism by letting us sit down and actually read stuff with subtitles and be entertained by it. The films that we nominated spoke about community, love in every sense, loneliness, and found family. Here are the nominees for Best Foreign Film.
Another Round from Denmark, directed by Thomas Vinterberg. Gaza Mon Amour from Palestine, France, Germany, Portugal, and Qatar, directed by Arab Nasser and Tarzan Nasser. Minari from the United States, directed by Lee Isaac Chung. Summer of '85 from France and Belgium, directed by Francois Ozon. The Life Ahead from Italy, directed by Eduardo Ponti.
And the blue ribbon goes to, obviously, thank God, Minari.
yay. You say obviously, but this was another one that
Really?
the vote changed on the last day by one vote. So yeah.
These people really
probably my
like
mother.
to do this. Eh?
You've done well with these vote changes, Madeline.
Wait, Natalie, did you vote for Mutiny?
Wait, what were the other nominees? I didn't watch any of them.
Okay, hold on. We
It
have
was another
Minari,
round.
The Life Ahead, Another
Yeah.
Round, Gaza, Mon Amour, Leap, and It's 85.
I think I did. Sorry if you didn't want Minari.
No, yeah, I mean it was good.
We voted for it too.
I love it.
I didn't vote
Yeah,
for
we
it.
all
but
voted for that.
I would have
Speak
put
for
it
yourself, Liam.
in
Don't you attack me.
Oh.
Sorry, it's the only film I haven't seen out of this list. So
Jesus.
what? They won't send me a screener. How's that my fault? I'm not gonna pirate a movie. What are your
Be
guys' thoughts
responsible,
on the
kids.
whole controversy with this film and like the Golden Globes, I think, or the Oscars or something?
Yeah, it's the Globes
and
and the
us.
dicks.
It's
They
racist.
did this last year to The Farewell, which is also an American film.
But
That was
what
very
people
disappointing.
what people fail to mention is that Inglourious Bastards is a film that qualified for Best Picture, and it was about 60% in other languages because it was set in Europe. Minari is, I think, either like in the late 40s or early 50s when it comes to being in another language, but because the film, probably seems more foreign to them, they said, okay, yeah, you can't qualify, which is absolute bullshit.
I think it's just amazingly hypocritical considering the fact that Parasite won Best Picture.
The fact that they're the Hollywood foreign press and they have the least understanding of this.
On that point, the HFPA are mostly not
Old
of
white-
Asian
old white
descent. Yeah, they're all very
Yeah.
European.
But also
So-
the HFPA are very like, they see stars, so they just want to nominate movies with like popular actors. I do want to say before people come for us, we considered it for Best Picture. We didn't disqualify it, but we didn't nominate it because none of us saw it except for Natalia. So that's
Yeah.
why we didn't put it in Best Picture. Okay,
If
breakdown time.
If another one of you
I
has
think-
seen it, and maybe
I think Ricky Gervais said it best about the HFPA when he said they only nominate you to have a selfie with you.
Yeah.
And I think that piggybacks off Yousef for that point.
Yeah.
It's like it has to be in English to be I mean, like a British film is a foreign film.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same language.
Yeah, it has to be in. Is it like
It's called
it's
the
a
English
set?
language category.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it like
Fine,
40,
they're just
40,
racist.
40,
It's okay. We know that.
40 to 45% of the film has to be in English or something?
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a certain percentage has to be in English
Anyway.
for it to be classed as nominatable or whatever the word is.
But the Farewell
eligible.
would have done well in that.
Eligible.
Eligible.
Let Yousef speak.
Okay, thank you. So this was very close. So 29.4% went to Minari. Then 28.4 went to Summer of '85. That's interesting. That was the worst movie, and I really didn't want to nominate it, but I did. And I'm surprised that it almost won. 16.7 went to The Life Ahead. 14.7 went to Another Round, and 10.8 went to Gaza Mon Amour. So, yeah. Another Round is really good. Everybody
Good
needs
times.
to watch it. That's the Mads Mikkelsen movie where he like dances through.
Back to me.
Yes.
So, as someone who's been involved in many an ensemble at the Bathhouse, I'm pleased to present the nominees for Best Cast Ensemble.
One Night in Miami, casting by Kimberly Harden.
Well, I met with a writer in New York a few weeks back. There were two guys following us through the airport. I swear it was the same two.
I thought you didn't trust writers.
Oh. This one was a brother, and this meeting was important.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, casting by Francine Maisler.
He is not represented by counsel.
Overruled.
I am being denied right Mr. now Seal, my constitutional will you be quiet? right for Will legal you? representation. Will you be quiet? You have lawyers to speak for you. No, he doesn't.
The Gentleman, casting by Lucinda Sison.
His name is Fahak, but it's spelled with a PH, so it sounds like Fahak. So it's Fahak. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, anyway, he's the kid that gave us the skunk farm job. Do you know?
Yeah, we've met before, haven't we, Fuck? Fuck. That's the one. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Mank, casting by Lorraine Mayfield.
You're blushing.
Am not.
R2.
Am not.
R2, I can see it, even in the dark.
Well, what can I tell you, Mank? Mary and Doris went to convent school.
Happiest Season, casting by Rich D'Elia.
Everybody's story is different. There's your version, and my version, and everything in between. But the one thing that all of those stories have in common is that moment right before you say those words, when your heart is racing and you don't know what's coming next.
And the winner is Trial of the Chicago 7.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
I voted for it, even though I didn't like the movie.
Oh my
Yay!
I also voted for it. It was a toss-up
so did
between
I.
Happiest Season and Trial of the Chicago 7 for me.
We should have nominated the boys in the band. That was a really
We
great
should have,
ensemble.
and that is something that I pushed for, and I pushed for hard. But
You
every
really
single
did.
person said I needed to shut up.
I think I was in agreement because I didn't want. I think it was. I forgot. I don't know. Some of them are very forgettable. Just saying.
Well, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
I have
all
to
of them
say,
were pretty
so
well
then-
acted.
Doesn't this award usually go to the entire cast, not the casting director?
Yeah,
Like
but
the SAG
nobody.
Awards?
Yeah, but nobody gives. This was Antony's idea, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, you talk.
Yeah, I personally think that castings casting directors are such an important role, and they don't get their due. And especially if like the SAG Awards, they award the ensemble. I feel like we should also include the people who put the ensemble together, which are the casting
Yeah.
directors. So that was something
And
we
I'm-
did.
The way
Yeah.
the SAG
you-
does it, like they only pick a couple, like people who have the top billing, I think is how it works, or something like that for acting. But like all the actors in these movies did a good job, and I think it was the casting director who, picked them. But again, Liam's gonna be happy because second place went to Happiest Season. First
Yay.
was Trial of Chicago 7, 34%, Happiest Season 23, The Gentleman 20. One Night in Miami 14 and Mank 6.9.
Again, no one's seen Mank.
Mank is like this year's The Irishman, and I'm very happy about that.
We gave it 9
Because the-
nominations.
Says
I
the
mean, it was
Irishman.
good, but
Yeah, but The Irishman sucked.
that was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blame
Okay.
Antony for Mank's 9 nominations. Jesus, that's on him.
I had to balance out
It is.
Holiday and Happiest Season. I just had
What's wrong with
Blame for the
Happiest Season?
8 nominations
This
for Birds of
is-
Prey.
We are not the
Thank you.
Oscars. We are not highbrow. We don't have to nominate Mank. We are fans. We are for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mank
Exactly.
isn't for the fans. It's for the
Anthony's.
masturbating
1984.
executive.
That's now 1-1.
Oh, that's for no one. That was just one little bitch in this group who pushed real hard.
I don't like you, Liam. I don't think anyone does.
Okay. And with
On
that,
nope.
yeah, let's move over to Charlotte, who's going to present Best Score. I know it's late for you, so I'm sorry that we've been rambling for so long, but take it away. Go ahead.
So scoring movies is extremely important in the movie-going landscape. Why is this, you might ask? This is a very good question. While sound can help the audience feel happy, sad, anxious, and scared, and the nominees for Best Sound are
Tenet, Ludwig Göransson. Soul, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Nomadland, Ludwizio Einaudi. Mank, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Wonder Woman, 1984, Hans Zimmer.
and the blue ribbon goes to Tenet.
Yes.
It deserved this one too. Come on. now.
69%.
9%?
69%.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Is Tenet winning everything that it's nominated in? I mean, come on.
Probably. It
It's not
deserves
nominated.
it, Matt.
I
No, it
remember when
doesn't.
we
Not
were
all
so
of them.
shocked looking at one of the categories and Tenet won it by a huge margin. We knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one broke my soul.
No, but Ludwig Göransson is like one of the best composers there is right now. So any chance to give
Yeah.
him anything is like, I'm gonna take it. But yeah, 69%
And Tenet's
went
score was
to
amazing.
Tenet. It was really good. It's the only thing you could hear watching the movie, but it was really
Yeah.
good. Soul came in second with 20.6%. Wonder Woman 6.9%, and then again, Mank was a number so small that it's not on my pie chart. So
I mean, you had Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross nominated for Soul too, so it's
yeah,
they already.
Trent Reznor and
they
Atticus
won.
Ross are also pretty good. They're climbing up for me.
Do you
Okay.
agree with the Tenet winning, Charlotte?
Well, I voted for Soul, but Tenet was really good, and it was one of the things that I really enjoyed about it. Even though the dialogue I couldn't really hear even through the laptop, so it was one of the things I enjoyed. So yeah, deserved.
You had to enjoy it because it was the only thing you could hear.
We've heard the best original song nominees throughout the day. So once again, the nominees are
Joke's on You from Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, written by Cara Salmando, David Pemberton, Imad Royal. Ultraluminary from Over the Moon, written by Christopher Curtis, Marjorie Duffield, and Helen Park. Double Trouble from Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, written by Rami, Arnthor Bigerson, and Savan Koicha. The Plan from Tenet, written by Travis Scott, Ludwig Göransson, and Wonder Girl. No Time to Die from No Time to Die, written by Phineas and Billie Eilish.
And the blue ribbon goes to The Plan from Tenet, as it should.
Boo!
Yes. Yes.
Come on now. No.
That was the best song. What do you mean?
No,
This
it wasn't. It's a good song. I like that song, but it is not the best song. It's the worst out of all of them.
It is the worst on that list. It should never have made that list.
No.
And
It should have
we
been
were the ones
replaced
to put it
with
on
Ya
there.
Ya Ding Dong.
No, okay. So this category was the most like
contested, 100%.
contested. We talked about this for so long.
Because I got so angry.
That night
I
was
will
so
not lie.
strenuous for everyone that we
Yeah.
were like, who should be
I
in
wa-
each of these categories?
I wanted my
Anthony.
SpongeBob song.
Anthony was a real soul destroyer. He was like, "That's not an actual song." Talking about "Ya Ya Ding Dong," and it is a song.
Eilish, but the movie didn't come out this year. So
You shut your filthy mouth.
Jokes
Shut
on
up,
you.
Anthony.
Caused
Shut up,
this.
Anthony. Shut up, Anthony.
Anthony, joke's on you, because No Time to Die came in second, so you can suck on that.
win. I love Billy. Hey, I'll be very happy when she wins the Oscar next year.
Yeah,
That's what
the plan. We're never gonna get that movie. Can we just accept it? No Time to Die is never coming out. It's the new Dark Phoenix.
dead.
Like, yeah.
It's deed.
My my dad was actually just asking about when it'll come out because he's like
Yeah.
he likes those Bond pew pew. And I didn't have an answer for him because I don't remember when it was coming out. Because the only thing that came to my mind was it was gonna come out during Thanksgiving. And then
October, isn't it?
October now.
Yeah,
It was gonna-
now.
That's around Thanksgiving. Anyway.
Thanksgiving.
Craig is so done that he'll just Instagram live it one day. Just be like, it's out there.
Daniel Craig's gonna be dead by the time this movie comes out. Anyway.
That got morbid real fast, Yousef.
Yeah, sorry. The plan
Can
got
we say I'm
53%.
the controversial one?
You are, Liam. I just cut out everything you say. Okay, the plan 53%. No Time to Die got 18%. 10% went to Ultraluminary, 9% Jokes on You, and 6% Double Trouble.
You talk. Back us up here. This is a crime.
Oh, absolutely. You no.
He gets it.
No.
Yeah.
Utaka understands.
You know how I feel about Tenet.
Utaka knows that Ultraluminary should have won. And Utaka knows that this should have been the only song in this category.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the
Should
only
have
song.
been nominated 5 times.
That was the only song
Weren't we all
everybody danced
dancing and
to.
singing along? Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
welcome, because it's a bop.
Okay.
It's a great song. It's an amazing song.
I rest my case.
So now let's move on to our Lifetime Achievement Award. I feel like this show's been going on for a lifetime.
Joseph's had a lighting change for it as well.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it's very dark in here.
So Joseph, go ahead. Lifetime Achievement Award to movie theaters.
Yes.
Sorry, Madeline, what was that?
Movie
I missed
theaters.
Oh, I said, is this why you invited me on the call as a surprise for me?
Yes, movie theaters. We miss you. 2020 closed you guys down, and we were left in our homes. We had to stream, which streaming is awesome, but to be fair, it's not the same experience as a movie theater. Like, remember Endgame? When we were all cheering for the portals. Everyone was just cheering when Cap lifted Mjolnir. Antony, Mjolnir, right?
Yeah, Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
I won. Get over it. Get over it.
Both said it wrong. No.
Yimya, as Dr. Darcy Lewis calls it.
Yeah. But it's not the same as movie theaters, obviously, because we prefer that crowd. We like the excitement, the 70-foot screen, the popcorn, the soda. So I like to give the Lifetime Achievement Award to all movie theaters in the world.
Oh, that was so sweet. Yay. Yeah.
And now Liam will perform a stirring performance with a cello orchestra. No, I'm kidding.
What am I performing to? I'm ready.
Oh, Lord.
He's playing Stars Are Blind. That's what he's performing.
Even though the gods are crazy.
Okay, now keep going. Utaka, let's go.
So that was lovely. Thank you, Joseph. And thank you, Liam, for that rendition. Your single, will release it soon, right?
Yep.
You're coming out with an album? Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
As
So
Liam
now-
said, it'll be a bop.
Yes, it'll be in stores for Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait a long time.
So now it's time for the big categories. Whoa, we're almost done. I promise. In presenting it, we have the guest. He was our I can't speak. Okay. We have the very first guest that we ever had on the council. He's been very supportive of us from the beginning, and we really, really appreciate that he's here and that he signed up and all the wonderful things. We appreciate all of you, but Utaka was one of the first. So Utaka, take it away.
Oh, it's an honor to be here, and makes me now incredibly nervous. But like everyone said, 2020 was a rough year. So thankfully we had some really great movies to entertain us. And here are the nominees.
Chloe Zhao, Nomadland. David Fincher, Mank. Regina King, One Night in Miami. Christopher Nolan, Tenet. Lee Wanell, The Invisible Man.
And the blue ribbon goes to subtitles and Christopher Nolan.
Yes. Yes.
Shut up. This
I'm
was
so
Lee
happy.
Whannell's award. This was Lee
Yeah.
Whannell's award.
Maybe more
I voted for Lee
Chloe.
Wanell too, but
I
Chloe.
I give it to Chloe.
I give
Chloe's
it to
gonna win
Chloe.
everything, okay? The blue
Yeah.
ribbon. Lee Whannell deserved something. But I
According
haven't
to our
seen it.
Pattinson fans.
Christopher Nolan did really pull off. I mean,
Yeah.
that was so hard to do, but he pulled it off so beautifully. Are you okay? Okay.
She just can't believe it. She's
Yeah.
so shocked with this win.
But it's great.
My leg went
Any other
down.
thoughts?
I'm very sad.
I'm just over.
I'm just wondering what the breakdown
Get
is.
it?
69%.
Oh yeah, the breakdown.
I still can't comment.
64%. 64% for Tenet.
Some of the Pakistan's broke ranks.
Yeah.
I also
Lee
broke
Winnell
from
All
Tenet.
for the heads.
got second, 13.7%. I'm so happy for Lee Winnell.
You should have been
Um,
first.
Chloe Zhao got 11.8, Regina King 7.8, and David Fincher a number so minuscule it's not on my sheet. Why did we nominate him? Whose idea was that?
It's not his
Antony.
year.
Yeah.
I agree, Utaka. It's no. He should have won for Gone Girl. Easy.
Not up against what he was up against. It was a good movie.
Who was he up against?
Birdman, Boyhood, and Grand Budapest Hotel, and Whiplash.
yeah.
That was a good year.
Foxcatcher.
That was hard. We love Wes Anderson.
Oh yeah,
don't
they
we,
nominated
guys?
Foxcatcher instead of Gone Girl and Selma.
The
Crying.
5, it was Imitation Game, Foxcatcher, Birdman, Boyhood, Budapest.
Imitation Game and Foxcatcher have no business being in the director category. That's disgusting.
But you know who would have gotten that 5th spot if one of those two were out of there that year?
David Fincher and Finger Pie Ava.
No, I know who it
Yeah.
is. I know who you're talking
Yeah.
But y'all, isn't this one where if we had Promising Young Woman,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she would have won.
yes, in contention?
I don't know if she would have won because these
Hands down.
Pattinson
Won.
fans are
That's
ruthless.
true. She would have won in our hearts.
Wait, I'm
Exactly.
sorry to include this to the conversation, but without watching Wonder Woman 1984, would Patty Jenkins be in this category at first?
No,
No.
I didn't push it.
No.
Maybe for the first
No.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the first one, I loved what she did.
No,
We didn't even. I don't even think that was discussed slightly.
it wasn't at all.
I mean, based directly on the direction of Wonder Woman 1984, I don't think it was that great in my view.
yeah.
It was bad.
Well, let's now move on to Wonder Woman's biggest fan, Ben, because we all saw the tweet, and he's going to be presenting lead actress.
I'm deleting that tweet. Best actress. You know, we
Don't
saw
pull a
some.
James Gunn. Don't delete your tweets.
I'm gonna delete my tweets. Fuck you. We saw some absolutely phenomenal performances from actresses this year. Unfortunately, Carey Mulligan is not nominated. I'm so sorry. Frances McDormand, who I have not seen, but I am absolutely positive that she gives a powerful portrayal of a victim during the Great Recession in Nomadland. We have Viola Davis, who's honestly a supporting character in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but was good nonetheless, I suppose. We also have Betty Gilpin's brilliant critique of modern society in The Hunt, Vanessa Kirby's complex portrayal of grief, loss, and trauma, and how that fractures somebody's life in Pieces of a Woman, and Kristen Miliotti's alcoholic, messy, irritated, and quite frankly, absolute asshole of a person in Palm Springs. Or as Liam would call it, the most relatable character of the year. Here are the nominees for Best Actress.
Frances McDormand, Nomadland.
Bo never knew his parents, and we never had kids. If I didn't stay, if I left, it would be like he never existed. I couldn't pack up and move on.
Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
They don't care nothing about me. All they want is my voice. Well, I done learned that. And they're gonna treat me the way I want to be treated, no matter how much it hurt them.
Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman.
She has to pay for her incompetence.
Is this about money?
No.
Is it about what people think?
It's about you. It's about you having to face
I
this.
am facing this. I am facing it! I am facing this!
Betty Gilpin, The Hunt.
What state is this?
Sorry?
You don't understand the question?
Oh, no, I didn't. Just... Most people know where they are.
Why ain't most people?
Kristen Milioti, Palm Springs.
If you're not gonna take care of this, someone has to.
No, someone doesn't have to. We've been over this. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Help! He's trying to kill me! He's trying to kill me! He's trying to kill me!
And the winner, for some reason, is Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Or
I don't know why.
Or
How
as
did
Hannah-
that happen?
Or
What
as
the fuck?
Hannah called her. The
What do you mean?
best
How
friend.
does that happen? She was incredible.
You guys
She
can
was-
hear what I said.
What'd you
She
say?
wasn't
No, but-
my best actress. I'm sorry.
Right. Can the men stop talking over the women?
Please.
Natalia, Hannah,
Thank you.
ladies.
You call Viola Davis.
I called her the best crier. The snipples and everything.
Yes.
That's true.
Thank you for the input. Gentlemen, if you would now like to go ahead with your
I
ramblings.
agree,
What the
Hannah.
fuck?
She knows how to cry, like in Murder. I was going to say Murder She Wrote. I'm sorry, but How to Get Away with Murder.
She does look like
Um,
Jessica Fletcher,
that-
yes.
That that crime movie, which is like I forgot the movie, but she cries a
Fences.
lot and she cries really good.
No, her crying is ugly. I'm
That's
sorry.
it,
It's ugly.
Joseph.
Not
Yeah, but it's
flowing.
real.
It's
That's
gross. So gross.
That's real.
It's real.
Nobody wants to see ugly cry. Nobody wants to see ugly cry. I want to see actor
least
cry
it-
where you've got it under control.
At least it wasn't like
Just a single
um,
tear.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see Frodo Baggins single tear after turning and everything. Gandalf notch. I don't want to see snot. It's fucking gross.
At
So
least
gross.
it wasn't like Logan type of crime.
Yo.
It's Logan type crying.
I think it speaks to Viola Davis and how she has limited screen time, but was able to pull off the win here. And I also have to admit that when Viola Davis was announced, I was surprised, but then realized there was not a Tenet nominee in this category, and then it kinda, it was,
But like even watching
I
those
don't
clips,
get it.
Viola Davis's clip was the best. You know, like
You picked the clips.
okay, and I just
Vanessa Kirby's scene looked much better.
Vanessa
Vanessa
Kirby
was
was
good.
really good in the film, but I
And
think
I
that was
like
more of
her.
an
I mean, she's-
ensemble.
Tell me she was
No,
second.
Vanessa should have won.
Tell me
Yeah,
Well,
she
can we
should've
be
won.
honest? Carrie Mulligan should have won.
Carrie
and
Mulligan
she
should
would
have
have
won.
if we
Yeah, she would
nominated
have,
her.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, Ben, I thought you wanted Bitty Gilpin to win.
Well,
I did vote for her, yeah.
there were three front runners and then two that nobody cared about. So
you.
the winner obviously was Viola Davis with 30%, and then very, very close behind her, I think it was only 2 votes that differentiated them, was Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman. Then Frances McDormand with 24%, then Betty Gilpin 9.8, and Kristen Milioti for 5.9%.
This was a good category. I won't lie.
Yeah, it
But
could
I
have been
think
better.
Good job, us.
Totally different. If you had
Oh,
Carrie
yeah.
Mulligan.
Yeah, 100%.
What it is,
I'm
is
still
We've
not-
all seen Promising Young Woman.
Madeline's correct. Madeline's correct.
Yeah,
we should
she
have
is.
nominated.
Alice
Next time
Madeline
we'll
always is.
Frances
Now let's
McDormand
move.
is great too.
Frances McDormand was
Very
really
good.
good, but I think also more impressive in that film was all of the non-actors, like Linda May.
Yeah, but
and-
she has to ground the film so that those non-actors, like it's
That's
the only
true.
reason those non-actors are able to work so well is because they're bouncing off
because of her.
somebody as good as Frances McDormand. So
Yeah,
just wanted to throw that out there. She's very good.
She is. Now let's move on to Best Actor. So Sohail, go ahead.
Thank you, Yousef. This category needs no introduction, but what I will say is that in 2020, we saw an array of great performances from our leading actors like we'd never seen before. So here are our nominees.
Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I can say yes sir to whoever I please. What you got to do with it? I know how to handle white folks. I've been handling them for 32 years. Now you gonna tell me how to do it? Just cause I say yes sir don't mean I'm spooked up by him. I know what I'm doing. Let me handle him my way.
Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal. John David Washington, Tenet.
Guns are never conducive to a productive negotiation.
I'm not the man they send to negotiate, or the man they send to make deals, but I am the man people talk to.
Ben Affleck, The Way Back.
Look, you're nervous. I get that. The truth is, you got more talent over there than we do. But I got a better coach. But I promise you, they are not a better team.
Pete Davidson, the king of Staten Island.
No, I do all the time. I just, I don't put on a Broadway show like you do. I'm more quiet. I'm more like Charlie Chaplin when I come.
Like silent movie.
Silent movie.
Do you think it's the antidepressants?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if I didn't have the antidepressants, I'd come in like 8 seconds. And then you wouldn't come. And then you'd be depressed. And then you would have to take antidepressants.
I'm super nervous.
Oh, you should be, Antony. And the winner for lead actor is John David Washington. John David Washington.
Boo. I love Tenet, but boo.
Ben, no one is excited.
Yeah. I mean, this
There
was
was a
Chadwick
lot of
Boseman.
echo going on.
Yousef, I would love to know if you could pull out the 69% of patented fans, what
Okay,
results
well,
would be for all of these categories.
It should have been
just
Chadwick.
to show how good Chadwick Boseman's performance is. This number was significantly lower than every other Tenet win. This was only 47%. So 47% went
Wow.
to this. 26.5 went to Chadwick Boseman. 11.8 to Riz Ahmed. 9.8 to Ben Affleck, and this breaks my heart. 4.9 to Pete Davidson, who should have won.
That makes me very happy to hear.
What was Chadwick's percentage again? I'm sorry.
26.5, second place.
Dang.
What was that clip that you picked?
Of Pete
Fuck's sake.
Davidson?
That was amazing. I loved it.
It was so good. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really as well. I love that movie a lot.
It's so good.
Utah is just a hater. Did he like
You
steal your
already
lunch or
know who I
something?
think. No, it should have been Delroy Lindo in this category.
We were gonna put Delroy Lindo, and then we took him out.
I will
I forgot
say,
for who.
Sorry, I fought for it.
You know who
He's
we
so
took him
good.
out for? Don't blame me. Blame Ben, because he wanted Ben Affleck. We were gonna put Delroy Lindo, and then Ben was like, "Oh,
Excuse
Ben
me.
Affleck."
If you think about it, what's the more obvious performance to nominate? Pete Davidson or Ben Affleck? It is obvious. that
Pete
it's Ben Affleck.
Davidson.
Okay.
You're the
well,
only person in a room of 15
Liam,
that is saying Ben Affleck.
Liam,
Yeah.
Liam,
He's probably the
Liam,
only person in the
Liam,
room who also
Liam.
saw the way back.
Exactly.
Liam, when did you get coronavirus? Because I find your lack of taste astounding.
Oh, no. I've never had
He was waiting
coronavirus.
for that one.
That's
You
why
can
my
do it.
taste's impeccable, dear.
You've made that
But
joke like
fact-
7 times, Ben.
Saving that up.
Because it's effective. And Stephen came up with it and I stole it. So, yeah.
Well done for stealing other people's material.
I'm the new Amy Schumer.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, let's move on. Any last words? I think Pete
Wait,
David. Well, Chadwick
Natalia.
Boseman, rest in peace. He should have got it. But yes, Natalia, and then we can move on.
So, what better way to end 2020 with a bang? Some of the worst of the worst. Here they are, the worst excrements of this year, the past year, I should say.
Kathy Ann's attitude. Warner Media's execution. Tenet's sound mix. The production of Mulan. Artemis Fowl, just as a whole.
And the blue ribbon for the worst of the worst is concentration camps. Mulan.
As it should be.
Exactly.
Kathy Ann's attitude lost.
All of the above.
Human
of the
rights
above.
abuse.
I mean,
All of
yeah.
the above.
So, there we go.
Yeah.
This was the
Tenet
toughest
finally didn't
category.
win.
Okay.
I know.
Concentration camps.
I'm
Twitter
so happy.
fight. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But also, why wasn't there an all of the above button?
I mean, there should have been.
Should've
Yeah.
been.
This was a fun
Should've been.
category. I just, I liked it. It was.
But I mean, like, out of all of 2020, when it was so bad, we had these two. I mean, coronavirus was obviously a given, but
Well, let's transition from the worst to the best. I think probably the best moment on this podcast is when we had the directors of Fat Man, Ian and Esham, joining us for an interview. That was pretty cool. And they were, two of the nicest guys we've ever met. I think everybody can attest to that. They're just the sweetest. They called us organized, which thank God they're not here right now. But they did send in a very nice video to present Best Picture. So here are the directors of Fat Man and Small Town Crime, Ian and Esham Nelms.
2020 has certainly been a trying and interesting year, but we are grateful for cinema and the distraction and entertainment it was able to give us. And once again, the 5 nominees for Best Picture are
The Invisible Man, Deborah Antonio, David Lester, Charles Rothman, first ADs, Jason Blum, Kylie DeFresnay, producers. Happiest Season, Darren Raviti, Kim H. Weather, first ADs, Marty Bowen, Isaac Klausner, producers. The Gentleman, Max Keane, Barney Hughes, first ADs, Ivan Atkinson, Bill Block, Guy Ritchie, producers. One Night in Miami, Mark Anthony Little, first AD, Jess Wu Calder, Keith Calder, Jody Klein, producers. Nomadland, Mary Kerrigan, first AD, Molly Asher, Dan Javey, Francis McDormand, Peter Spears, Chloe Zhao, producers.
And the blue ribbon goes to The Invisible Man. Way to go, guys! Woo! Blue ribbon. Congratulations, Invisible Man.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Finally something right.
Yeah. I mean, thoughts?
Now,
Everybody
was-
Oh, I've just realized. Does this mean we're not condoning?
No, it has nothing. Just because we
Accepting
like the
Scientology.
movie doesn't mean no.
Fine, but
No.
fine. Okay.
That's
Just
a
checking.
Steven comment, Liam.
That is, yeah.
Now, Yousef, was there a 69% write-in for Tenet in this category?
I mean, if we had
I wonder
to,
what they
it
thought.
would have swept. Yeah.
It would have.
But a third of the votes, so 33.3 went to The Invisible Man, so good for them. 22.5 went to Nomadland, which is surprising since the movie hasn't come out. And then tied are The Gentleman and Happiest Season, and then last place was One Night in Miami. For some reason.
Should. Sorry,
No.
but-
Yeah, but I'm so happy for The Invisible Man. That movie was incredible. It was so good.
Yes. Yes. All the
Is
above.
this a time where we say
A bit
like
chef's
the Oscars
kiss.
is like
Aggressively.
I mean, our nominees were a little. I didn't like this category, to be honest. I don't know why Happiest Season was in here. I don't know why One Night in Miami was in here. I
You know why Happiest
One
Season.
Night in Miami.
Yusuf, you know why Happiest Season is in here, and he's
I know.
looking right at you with a pink background.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me.
Excuse me, you're not giving me any credit. You're not giving me any credit for
To
pushing
be
Happiest
fair,
Season.
you did help push. I will give Ben push be a season for me.
It was a fun movie.
But I mainly got this by saying if they didn't allow me to have it, they were all homophobic.
We gave up trial.
You
of
pulled out
episode
that card a
for
lot, Liam.
I did.
Yeah.
And it played in my favor when I did it.
We took out the trial of Chicago 7 for that. Wow.
Yeah, we had a
Did.
list of like 35 movies, I think. Like, it was a lot of them. And we had to
Palm
make some
Springs
sacrifices.
was a snub.
Ben
Palm
wanted
Springs
the
deserved
rhythm
it.
section. So I'm just really happy that we didn't.
thought
I don't
Anthony wanted
remember
the
that now.
section.
If I'm honest, I don't.
No,
I don't
I
honestly
think
remember
wanted the
that.
Sound of Metal. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Sound
wanted
of
to actually
Metal.
nominate Best
Yeah.
Picture.
I was
So,
wondering, is anyone
Can we
here,
also point out?
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Go on.
any of our guest hosts disagree with Invisible Man?
Show yourself.
I think Promising Young Woman would have had a good chance.
I was
True.
just
Yes.
about to say,
Yeah.
can we apologize in advance? We hadn't seen it.
Blame
We all agreed after watching it, we all did agree that we would have put it in there and we would have all voted for it as
Yeah.
well. So
A moment of silence.
Sorry.
for Promising Young Woman.
Yeah. Promising Young Woman.
I think
would
Soul
have just
should have
swept
been
everything.
nominated.
Which one?
Soul.
Soul.
Soul?
oh no.
But that was another film that we also didn't see
No.
at the time. No, it wasn't even that.
Yeah.
We didn't see it. And so
Yeah.
we said we're just gonna leave it in animated because there weren't really
Also,
any
I
animated
wouldn't have
films.
allowed it.
To be honest, Isaac, I
Okay.
was pushing for that one, I think.
I was
You
But,
were, yeah.
but there's not. I based it on Toy Story 3 having any Oscars a Best Picture nomination, so I thought maybe Soul could do it, but they all weighed me down as they do. So
yeah.
We should have nominated Palm Springs, Promising Young Woman, and Sound of Metal, but you know,
Palm
whatever.
maybe
Springs,
not
get
the
that
last
shit out
one.
of here. Yeah.
Fuck off. No. Yes.
Okay.
Can we all?
Ben's-
Did anyone realize? Sorry, Yousef. Did anyone realize that the youngest one was the only one that swore tonight?
I think I swore today.
All of us swore
Liam
today.
did. Everyone did.
Liam's the old. Liam's.
I did not.
Liam.
I don't think I've ever heard you swear.
But Ben swore the
feel like
most.
so.
Try to keep it together.
Ben did swear the most. Yeah.
Not in real
Well,
life.
he's
though. I
he's
can't say-
Irish and he's a
Kids-
kid, so
Yeah, kids have no respect, and then you've got the Irish thing on top of it.
yeah.
I mean, Liam, how can I have respect
It's
when
so
I'm in your
typical
company?
of
It's
the
very
English
I
difficult.
know.
to say.
I make it very difficult, Ben. I won't lie.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I think a Best Picture contender for a future year is that we make the movie with Liam and Ben in a road trip movie.
No,
I
we gotta
would
make it happen.
watch that.
It would be a
100
2-minute
times.
movie because we'd probably stab each other in the neck.
No.
Just
will,
driving
shit
the
talk
car
the
just
sniper
drives
cut,
right off
Then
road.
Ben will race.
Oh no,
sniper
I
cut.
would fully Thelma and Louise that shit, but I would jump out the car before it went over.
Liam, since you're already
Anyway.
talking, bring us into the
Yes.
last category. Introduce Matt.
So, for our last category, we have Matt introducing this, in which I think we can all agree here, everyone loves Matt.
Aw, thanks.
So we are
We
happy
do.
that Matt gets the last category of the evening.
The podcast has given us some really great moments this season and last season. There were some good ones there too. From Liam wanting to see the butthole cut of Cats, from Jico calling Natalia Natasha for an entire episode, and Ben's Birds of Prey DVD falling on his head. But there can only be one best moment in the council podcast. So the winner of the blue ribbon goes to Ava DuVernay and her pie fingers.
Yes. So just to
Liam,
get
do
some
it for us,
context.
Ava DuVernay puts her fingers in all of the Hollywood pies. She put a finger over there. She'll put a finger over there. She somehow twists that shit and gets a finger over there. She can have
Yeah.
no involvement in the project, and somehow on Twitter she puts herself in that project, and she's
Exactly.
in that shit.
I forgot when this started, but I think it was when we talked about Birds of Prey and how Ava
I have no
DuVernay was
memory
just
of this.
injecting
Me neither.
stuff in
We're not
everything.
here.
I remember him saying it, and I remember Ben dying. I don't remember like what the context of it
It
was.
was the
It
start
was-
of their friendship.
It was with
Oh,
regards.
that's
I think
amazing.
it was with regards to when we were discussing Kathy Yan's rant against Grace
Oh, yeah.
Randolph,
Like
and I
recent.
and I mentioned obviously that or somebody mentioned that Ava DuVernay then injected herself into it as well, which then obviously backed up my point, which was Ava DuVernay puts her fingers in all of the pies.
Yeah, you're like, actually, that's
And-
my pie. That's my pie.
Yeah. Like that had nothing
that
to do
was a
with her.
memorable
Why was
experience.
she in there?
Ben, are you okay, sweetie?
Yeah, it was very funny.
I want to
think
know
an
the
all and
percentages.
above option
Well-
would have been added, to be honest.
It was a
Yeah,
riot
we need
there,
to
no?
try to get her on this podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because that would be
Oh,
amazing.
oh.
Ava.
That is
Ava
the
DuVernay.
one
was a
pie
wedding.
she will
That would
not
be
stick her
interesting.
finger in.
Come on, Ava, stick your finger in my pie.
Nope, she will run for the hills.
She would, yeah. So this one
Like,
wasn't
it's
a
like
pie.
Octavia Spencer's from The Helps.
This wasn't a thing
Oh,
because
wow.
it was a write-in. So I had forgotten that Robert Pattinson stands were doing this. So a lot of our answers were just not sure, or clips from Tenet. Like people described moments in Tenet as if they were their favorites. But the real answers, I mean, we got Ava the Fingery Pie Lady. I love the wording of that. We have Sky Media, which I love that running joke. That's a pretty funny running joke.
Wait, hang on.
Oh,
Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do
Where
it.
is it? Hey! Oh no, this is
Yay.
backwards.
There we go.
Hang on. Good, there we go.
Nice.
Nice. Oh my god.
How was that?
So we have that.
was
We have
that?
Natasha. Obviously, we have Natasha. Natasha is
Yes.
just so good, and I use that way too much, but it's great.
Which is what I said.
We have Tenet. We have the
Natalia, I
naming
wish you
debacle.
tons of luck when Black Widow comes out. Oh my god. Maybe you should throw your name into the Soul Stone like her.
Oh.
We have the Nelms interview. Somebody mentioned that, so that's nice.
Oh, an actual good moment. An actual positive moment.
Somebody said not allowed because of family bias. You're welcome, Liam. I don't know what that means.
I think that was
What?
Hannah.
No,
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
It said
No?
you're welcome,
Okay.
Liam. No, Hannah's was great. Hannah said every time Hannah appears. I love that. I love how she's like, I'm the moment.
Is it Aaron?
I don't know.
Did it not tell
Doesn't-
you who wrote it?
No.
Oh, okay. It might be me cousin.
And then we have Sky. Someone wrote the birds and the bees. Artemis Fowl. That was Hannah making
Birds
a
and the
guest
bees.
appearance, and then this was really sweet. Bryony said, I'm trying to find it.
Finally, you get to hear it.
You get to find out. She said Natalia is a moment all on her own. Barf.
Thank you. That person is not wrong.
It's so sweet.
Aw, sweet. Okay, so we're at the end of the show, so we can just have like
And that's why I like Hannah.
Yeah.
I wrote it in script. I don't know if I remember that.
Does anybody want to say, any last words before we wrap her up?
I would just like to thank everyone for coming.
Whoa. Yes. So let's go one by one.
You're all the best.
I'll run down the line here. So Sohail, you go first.
First of all,
About
I'd
the
like to
show.
thank everyone here and Charlotte, who obviously lives in our time zone and it's very late. It's 1:30 a.m., not p.m. And I just like to thank everyone for being here. It's a special night, and I think the nominees. That was good. We chose them well. I think. Promising Young Woman, yes, should have been nominated, but it's our award show. I'm sorry. Other than that, I enjoyed it tonight. Thanks for watching, and hope you catch us for season 3.
Yes. Antony, anything?
Thank you to the one person who's probably still watching this when it airs. If you lasted the 3 hours or however long this ends up being, thank you. This is another great season. I wanted to thank all our guests who joined us for season 2. You guys were just so much fun to have. And thank you for sitting through all of this. We had a lot of fun with you, and we can't wait for the next season. And thanks to my fellow council members for making this a fun thing to do every week.
Liam?
Yes, again, thank you to everyone who came. I know we've been a chaotic mess, but that is what we do, and unfortunately, we don't know how to make it better. But yes, it has been a very fun evening, a long evening, very fun. So thank you. Goodbye.
Joseph?
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you guests, and I gotta say, the highlight of the season for me was the interview with the Fat Man directors. That was a really fun experience. I never got to talk to directors before, and I thought I was gonna freak out, but I didn't. Thank God I didn't. And I gotta go because I got a Laker game to watch.
Oh, okay. Well, see ya, Joseph.
Either Laker game or WandaVision. It's one or the other.
Okay, let's go really quickly here. Ben, go.
I've been zooming since 9 o'clock this morning till 9 o'clock tonight, and now it's 1 o'clock because I zoomed at 10:30, and now I've another Zoom at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. to 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So I want to thank you all for keeping me up for the best night that I could have ever imagined. This was absolutely incredible. You're all amazing. Thank you to the guests who came. You know, Jack and Yutaka and Madeline and Constance and Isaac and Charlotte, whoever's still around. Matt, Madeline, you're all the best. Thank you.
That's sweet. Natalia, Hannah.
You forgot me. I feel hurt. It's okay. I like Disney, so
Sorry,
that's okay.
Chico, of
It's
course.
exciting for him. Is it my turn? Is it
Natalia,
Alan?
Hannah, yeah, go.
Okay. Thank you all for still sticking around. You're so brave. Wow, Ian, I don't know why he said that we were professional. That's the furthest from the truth. But you know, we clean up pretty well when we need to. This wasn't one of those moments. I don't know. This was a lot of fun. A lot of gasping. A lot of Hannah covering her mouth. It was very fun. Very exciting. Maybe this one will end up joining us as a host. I hope she'll be my replacement, if anything. All right. Thank you all so much. This was great fun. I loved it. Bye. Say bye. Bye.
Kyle?
I had a lot of fun today. I just want to say thank you guys for having me. I don't know how exactly you guys got a hold of me, but yeah, I really appreciate it. And yeah, this was fun. And I look forward to being a guest next season. I definitely for sure want to do that. So thank you. It's really nice to see everybody, by the way.
I'll try to make this as short as possible, but thank you so much for inviting me. That was like very nice, and it was like honestly the longest night ever. This is like watching like this first Scream movie when they film like the MC. This is what it feels like, and it was so lovely to meet like half of you. I'm gonna say all of them, the people I haven't met. It's the first time meeting them. So Kyle's nice to meet you. I never heard you before. It was nice meeting you. I'm Antony. For so long, I want to meet you for so long. It's nice to meet you. Yousef, the king of the council. It's nice to meet you. Hannah, the twin, it was nice to meet you. And Natalia, I said your name right this time. And Isaac, it was so nice to meet you. And Jack, aka Geeky Gator, it's like really, really nice to meet you. See, I'm being like Lady Gaga right now. Thank you so much for meeting you all. And I already met half of the people that I didn't say. So it's nice to see you again. And Ben, I am very disappointed. Our new Mutants BFF is like over. I like other things too. Okay, bye.
Oh well, I'm sorry. That's the shame.
Yeah, I know.
Madeline.
You guys are so awesome and so fun. Thank you for having this old lady join you guys who hasn't watched hardly any of these movies. I'm like the BTT member. That's her secret is I don't watch anything. I watch Grace react to them, so I don't have to. But I do watch what she raves about sometimes. So anyway, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So anytime I get to hang out with y'all is a great day.
You're awesome, Madeline. Thank you so much.
Constance.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm happy to come back anytime as well. It's nice to talk about movies with people that care about movies. I mean, I live in a wonderful community, but nobody here cares. So it's very lonely in that aspect. So it's just so nice to have a group like, oh, we can talk about this and they know what I'm saying and I know what they're saying. So yeah, I'm happy to chat with you guys anytime. So it's a wonderful community and it's nice to be a part of it.
Thank you, Constance.
Yutaka.
Why is he whispering? Just again, thanks for letting me be a part of this. It was fun. Highlight of the evening, drunk Matt, you're awesome. Great to see everyone and thank you.
Well, on that note, drunk Matt.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared.
I wrote the notes here somewhere. Hold on.
No, you guys, thanks for having me. This was super fun. I love you guys. I love this podcast. It's super fun. I love listening to you guys. I argue with you, even though you're not in front of me. And I agree with Liam 90% of the time. I love it. I hope you guys keep going. I hope you have like 1 million seasons from here on out. And I will be there until the end. But thank you for having me.
Jack?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. You guys are awesome. I'd be happy to come back next season and keep up the great work.
And Isaac.
I'll admit it was a bit of a nerve-wracking experience being on here since this was my first time being on the council. And while it wasn't the smoothest experience, I had a fantastic time being a part of this episode. Hopefully, it's not my last time being on the council. And Candace Against the Universe, I've been nominated for Best Animated Teacher.
Isaac, thank you so much. But I feel like we need to say one thing, and that's that we owe Jack a better episode because holy
We
fuck.
do, yeah. Well, honestly, we owe all of you a better episode. All of them are a little bit
Yeah, I deserve I deserve like a Zack Snyder redemption. Oh my god.
I have one in mind. I have one in mind for Jack, which is for when we review Dune.
Yes, I'd be happy to be on.
If that ever comes out.
Yeah, do it.
Really quick, we also want to give one last thank you to Yousef, who did so much work to make this possible. All the clips and everything. He deserves it.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you, Yusuf.
Thank you.
Thank you. I admire
You guys
your
are so
hard work.
sweet.
It's very nice to meet half of you as well.
McDonald's. I'll send you McDonald's. Let's go.
Oh, thanks, Chico. I mean, I love this podcast, you guys. My friends suck and they don't like movies. So it's just so nice to be able to like join this community and talk to everybody. It's honestly like the highlight of my week. And I spend so much time on it just because it's like something I legitimately care about. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you, Antony, Liam, Sohail, Natalia, Ben, and Joseph. You guys are great. Thank you to all of you. I mean, Yutaka and Jiko and Jack and Matt and Constance and Frankie, who couldn't be here, unfortunately. And what is that? I can't read it. Hold on. Oh, and George, who also couldn't be here, unfortunately. He was sick. So that's sad. And Zakaria and Madeline's cat. I mean, you guys are all wonderful. Thank you for guest hosting, and we really want you back. And Kyle and Madeline and Isaac, we really want you back. You guys are amazing. And Charlotte too. She had to leave, unfortunately. But just thank you to all of you. You guys are great. I love you all. And yeah, thank you for making this really fun. So with
You're
that,
welcome.
with that, I think that's the end. Yeah. So thank you for listening. If you're still listening. Oh, and he's gone. We'll be back for season 3 eventually. And yeah, let's just wrap it up. So thank you. Follow us on Twitter if you want all of the clips, and we'll see you in season 3.